Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with a Blu-ray DVD collection update for Christmas. Mostly Christmas presents and gifts I have been given, and I just realized there's some other stuff sitting on the other side of the room. Just give me 1 second here. Alright. Alright. Whoa, shit. Alright. I guess I'll start with the Blu-rays and DVDs because I know that's what most people watch these updates for. I'm gonna get that light kind of out of here. It's a bit blinding. So yeah, I'm starting with Blu-rays. I got a healthy little stack here. I got Scream because I own the first Scream on an old DVD, and I figured I'd upgrade to the Blu-ray because that DVD is like formatted for a full screen TV in widescreen, so it kind of really sucks. But what's there to say about Scream? It's great. Always really liked this one. I got the Lost Films of Herschel Gordon Lewis on Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome. This is basically 3 previously lost sexploitation films from the godfather of gore himself, Herschel Gordon Lewis, who sadly passed away last September at the age of 90. But it's a nice little Blu-ray DVD combo pack, and it comes with little replicas of the lab cards from when they got like the film actually developed, which I think is very, very kind of cool. You know, if you're into that kind of thing. And it comes with a little booklet. But yeah, Vinegar Syndrome, always knocking it out of the park with these releases. The Severin Blu-ray of Dr. Butcher MD and Zombie Holocaust. Previously, I'd only seen Zombie Holocaust, and they're both the same running time, both of the versions of the film. There's not really much of a difference between the two. But I watched Dr. Butcher for the first time today, and I didn't know this because I only heard it was with the pre-orders, but I didn't know this was actually with just the regular Blu-ray release, at least with the first 5,000 units, but considering this is a somewhat obscure film, I wouldn't expect 5,000 units to sell that quickly. But it comes with a barf bag, which I love little extras like that, especially when they're like kind of silly, goofy, kind of yesteryear kind of gimmicky things, like how when they did screenings of Pink Flamingos back in the 70s, they used to give out barf bags that were pink. You can't write this shit. Pink Flamingos barf bags. Let me fucking. Oh yeah, no, these went everywhere. God damn. All right. Just give me a second here to grab everything. There's one under the chair. Alright. Almost got everything. Okay, goddamn, that was way too much effort. I got Nosferatu on Blu-ray. This is the deluxe edition that has like the different versions with all the different kind of versions of the film with the color lighting, the not color, English, German, and it's very, very beautiful little release here, restored from the original 35mm print. What else is what's there to say about Nosferatu? Nosferatu is great. I got Zat on Blu-ray. This is the new Blu-ray of Zat. Previously, I've actually never seen this film before. I know I Hate Everything. He watched it for the Search for the Worst series, where he watches some of the worst movies ever made. And this is one of them. This is often considered to be a pretty bad movie. And he said that this one was actually very much a fun, kind of really, really immensely cheesy and inept creature feature. and this is apparently like the new like restoration, and it's apparently in the best quality it's ever been in, which is really nice. You know, I'll give this one a watch eventually. Idle Hands on Blu-ray, because the DVD I bought a few months back that was used, it was garbage. Vamp from Arrow. Don't really have much to say about Vamp. I mean, it's a fun little vampire horror comedy. It's definitely not an absolute amazing movie. It's no Lost Boys, but it's worth a watch, I would say. Evil Dead 2 on Blu-ray, mainly because I only own Evil Dead on VHS and DVD. I needed to own it on Blu-ray, so that way I own like all the Evil Dead movies on every single format. Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 1 on DVD, on Blu-ray. I have a cool little bootleg of the first season with some kick-ass cover art, as well as the first season on VHS. I think it's... Where the fuck did I put that? Oh, I put it over there. But yeah, Ash vs. Evil Dead, great series. The new one from Massacre Video, Nurse Jill, which this is like a shot on 16mm throwback to like giallo films, kind of surreal psychological thrillers of the 70s and 80s, and kind of a slasher film throwback. I've heard very good things about it. I've heard it's a very, very creepy and surreal, so I figured why the hell not. I got Heathers on Blu-ray. This one I would consider to be a horror comedy, most definitely. It's a very, very dark comedy about basically high school, basically about living in high school and being in high school. We Are What We Are, the American remake. I haven't seen the original, I think, Spanish film as of yet, but I've heard that this version is actually better. I still want to see the original Spanish version, but I really enjoyed this film. On to the DVDs now. I got like this 100-pack set of really terrible, cheesy movies, and mainly wanted to get these because it's a good way to beef up your collection, especially if you are like me and you like to make a list of them on IMDb. It's a good way to beef up your collection by 100 movies for like $10. They're not great quality, but you can often find some gems on here. I know that there is I know that this movie, that this set right here, the Swingin' 70s, has Werewolf of Washington, which is like a movie about a werewolf being president, which, how can you not, like, absolutely just get behind that. Let's get on to, some of the DVDs now. First one is a gift from my friend Ryan. He got me this for Christmas, and, yeah, real nice of him. He's never actually bought me anything for Christmas or my birthday before, which is kind of weird, because I've always bought him something for his birthday or for Christmas, but he's never really gotten me anything before, so it was kind of weird when he asked me, like, hey, do you have a list of movies you want me to get, like, do you want to get? And he got me The Ghost Galleon, which is the third Blind Dead movie, which now I'm only missing Night of the Seagulls, and I'll have the complete series. I mentioned this in my top 5 worst zombie movies, and it is still pretty bad, but I kind of like The Ghost Galleon. This next one is a gift from my buddy Andrew, but this one is a gift from my friend Andrew, who has a YouTube channel, links in the description, as always. And this is a movie we watched for the 5-movie Craptacular Wizards of Gore stream, and he apparently found this for fairly cheap, which is interesting, because I've always heard this film was like really out of print, but it's I Spit on Your Corpse, I Piss on Your Grave. This was a kind of interesting shot-on-video kind of revenge film. He also sent me a very nice card with it, which I'm not going to show you what's inside, because it's not like anything like personal or heartfelt. It's just nothing really that funny. I don't think anybody would really find it that funny. I found it funny, but I don't think any of my viewers would personally find it funny. It's kind of an inside joke, but he sent me a nice card with it, which always nice, and I'll have to send him a little gift one of these days. Okay, now to the DVDs. I got The Haunting. Never actually seen this one. Always heard this one was fairly creepy for it being pretty old. kind of haunted house film. Another thing I have to admit is I've never actually seen the original House on Haunted Hill either, and I own it like a million times because it's in public domain. But I've heard this one's a little creepier than House on Haunted Hill, so I'm willing to give it a shot. Let me just start another stack. The Back to the Future 30th Anniversary Trilogy DVD. I already own this. I'll be honest, I already own this box set, but it's like the old DVD of it in full screen, and I wanted to upgrade to the widescreen edition, so here it is. The Devil's Rock, which is it's been a few years since I've seen this, but it's an interesting kind of demon movie about like Nazis summoning a demon, and then this guy like is stuck in this facility with it, and he's kind of talking to it, and it's like playing kind of mind games with him. The Trauma Dance Film Festival Volume 3. I own the first 2 volumes, still haven't watched them, and this is probably going to stay the same way. I probably won't even watch this. Bloodbath at the House of Knives. This is one that is, I've heard it's fairly good. It's violent. It's interesting. It's entertaining. It's got some good lighting and atmosphere, I've heard. My friend, again, Andrew, link always in the description, he reviewed this, and he said he enjoyed it quite a bit, so I am going to have to give this one a watch. Next is just like half of the Friday the 13th series. I already own the first Friday the 13th movie and Jason X, and that's about it. So it's A New Beginning, Jason Lives, A New Blood, Jason Takes Manhattan, Jason Goes to Hell. Yeah. I mean, I like all these movies, and you know, all I need to do is get the second, third, and fourth, and I will have the complete series, which is always nice. Oh, damn it. God. This is an absolute shit show. Don't worry, we're almost there. Alright, got another one from Massacre. This is Mutilations. This is kind of a, from what I've heard, it's a shot-on-video kind of alien movie about aliens killing cattle and then, like, killing people. And apparently this is, like, some kind of, like, this, apparently, according to the back, it's one of the strangest 80s aliens gore films in its uncut form from the original Video Master. Don't really know much about this. I've heard it's decent. This double feature of The Naked Torture Show featuring Flesh Feast and 3 on a Meat Hook. Neither of these I've seen. I've heard that both of these are actually fairly kind of fun, cheesy, depraved kind of 70s horror flicks. One of them having to be about Adolf Hitler being kept alive through human experimentation performed by a gang of neo-Nazis, and the other one basically being about a guy killing women. And yeah. Oh fuck! It's about to fall over again, isn't it? Okay. Dracula, Dead and Loving It, with Leslie Nielsen, directed by Mel Brooks. This one is a classic. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's got Leslie Nielsen in it, and it's a parody movie of it's a parody of Dracula, starring fucking Leslie Nielsen as Dracula. Leslie Nielsen is a comic genius. I love this movie. Bruno Mattei's Island of the Dead from Intervision. This was like made in 2006, and it's like a throwback to like movies like Lucio Fulci's Zombie and Hell of the Living Dead, Nightmare City, Zombie Holocaust, and I've heard it's terrible, but I've also heard it's kind of a fun little gore flick just to throw on if you're not really going to pay attention to it, so why not? I got this set from Alpha Video. This is like their kind of grindhouse shock show collection. It's only like $15, and it's literally 8 movies all on on 4 discs. House of the Dead and Terror at Red Wolf Inn. This, don't know anything about these. Good Against Evil and The Severed Arm, again, know nothing. Carnival of Blood and The Undertaker and His Pals, I've heard of both of those, and I've heard they're both fairly bad, fun movies. Moon of the Wolf and Honeymoon of Horror, again, don't know anything about these, just random little flicks. Cold Fish from the director of I'm trying to think of it. Suicide Club, which is a fairly fantastic movie, and I've always heard this was a fairly good, disturbing movie about a serial killer in Japan, I believe. Der Samurai. I've completely forgotten what this is about. I've heard it's fairly violent and entertaining, and it's German. It's a German film, and that's mainly all I know. How to Make a Monster. This one is kind of a fun, like, science fiction slasher. Fairly fun. It's bad. It's cheesy. It's terrible, but the effects are nice. And the last DVD I got here is Blown from Sub Rosa, which this is literally a horror comedy about a murderous blow-up doll. How could I not? Okay, now that that's out of the way, I guess I will get on to all the extra bells and whistles. The soundtrack to Return of the Living Dead, probably one of the best 80s horror soundtracks. The novel of Metro 2033 by Dmitry Glukhovsky. This is like over 500 pages. I'm going to have fun reading this motherfucker. I played both of the games that this book inspired, and they were both very good. And I can't wait to crack this bad boy open and read it. This is a gift from my cousin right here. For those of you who don't know, I'm into Harry Potter. I've always been a fan of the series. But she got me this really cool little kind of display set, and it is a Quidditch kit with, like, if you can't see it, there's the snitch in the back, and then there's the 3 different balls, and it has a poster down under this, like, base thing. I told her after she got me this, even though I liked it, and I really do appreciate her getting me this for Christmas, that I told her to never again buy me anything that I have to display, because last year she got me the Dragon Balls, and it has been a pain in the ass trying to find places to display things because I have so much shit. This one right here is from my friend Damon. He got me a carton of alien eggs. And they're literally eggs from Alien. And some of them even got little face huggers in them. And it's a cool little kind of thing to display. Again, with the displaying shit. Reanimator socks from Fright Rags. Evil Dead socks from Fright Rags. Okay, get into the pop figures here. I only got like 5 of them. Which even 5 is too many because I own too many of these damn things as is. So, I got Cthulhu, which I love. Love H.P. Lovecraft, and Cthulhu is like one of my favorite kind of monsters. Kind of like monsters that never really has any like movies based on him or anything. Alex from A Clockwork Orange, which apparently you can also get a version of him wearing the mask, which I kind of want to get that version too because it looks cool as hell. But A Clockwork Orange is one of my favorite movies. I got Rick with the portal gun from Rick and Morty, which this is a, like, exclusive to, I think it's a Hot Topic exclusive. That's a nice one. I got Pinhead, which Pinhead needs no introduction. And then this one was like a blind box one. And I'm pretty sure this is from part 5, I think. It's Jason Voorhees, Hot Topic exclusive. I think that's part 5 where he had the blue on his mask, I think. Because I'm pretty sure they changed the mask because it wasn't actually Jason in part 5. Spoiler alert, it was a copycat killer dressing as Jason. Next we will get into posters I got. I only got 2 of them, but these are from Ebon Press, who do comic adaptations of Lucio Fulci movies, and these are limited edition, numbered, and autographed posters. It's 2 of them. We got Lucio Fulci's Zombie, the cover art for the first issue of the Zombie comic book they put out, and you can't see it right there on the side. It's kind of hard to see, but it's autographed right there, and then the number's right there. The number is like right here, but it's 81 out of 500, which I'm gonna have to get some frames for this. And the other one, which I don't know which one I like more, but the other one is Lucio Fulci's The Gates of Hell, also known as City of the Living Dead. Again, autographed right there and numbered down here, 81 of 500, which those are very, very nice little posters. I'm going to have to, like I said, going to have to get some frames. I might just get like one big frame and put them both in there. I feel like that'll be easier. Okay, this video is an absolute fucking mess. Okay, I forgot where the lid is, so we're just gonna screw that. And then finally onto the t-shirts. This taxi driver t-shirt. Here's a man who would not take it anymore. Which Taxi Driver is one of my favorite movies as well. Class, 1984, which is probably one of my favorite kind of teen exploitation films, next to the Class of Nukem High films. This one, which is the symbol for the Necronomicon, just very, very simple kind of design. This one, which is a They Live shirt. It's in black and white, well, black, white, and red, but I still really like it. It's a nice print. These are all from Rotten Cotton, which I have always kind of plugged them in my videos. Link to their websites in the description. They have all kinds of cool horror t-shirts. I think this is the last one. And this is Elsa, Harem Keeper of the Oral Shrieks, which is the second Elsa film in the series. I would get this t-shirt for the first one, but the poster for the first one has like 3 or 4 swastikas on it, and I don't want to wear that in public. Okay, no, here, I think this is the last one. Dario Argento's Opera, which is probably my favorite Argento movie. I think that might be the last of them. Yep. And this isn't a political thing, but well, it is a political thing. But it's a ghost strip that says, "Don't blame me, I voted for Papa," which that's probably my favorite one out of all the ones I got. This another ghost shirt. This one is called the Clockwork Tee, obviously heavily inspired by Clockwork Orange. These are just piling up on me. Goddamn. Pet Cemetery t-shirt. Sometimes dead is better. This is, I think, the Rick and Morty t-shirt. Yep, Tiny Rick. This is another ghost shirt. This is the Jaws kind of design they did that just says Papa on it. It has Papa Marcus kind of peeking out like Jaws. And the last shirt, finally. I think this video is done. Finally. God damn. And the last shirt is an Iron Maiden Power Slave t-shirt. Power Slave, probably Iron Maiden's best album, I would say. But that is actually it. I also have the horror pack. Already opened. I already know what's in it. It's sitting right there, literally. I'll do a video on that, like, in a few days. Right now, I need to, like, catalog all this shit and put it away. So anyway, guys, this is Biscuit Boo Horror Reviews. Wishing you guys happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Signing off. Peace.